In the last few videos, we've tackled some of the biggest jobs so far. Rebuilding the frame, sanding everything back, sealing all the gaps so it's watertight, and finally getting it painted. That was a big milestone, something that we've been waiting for a long time. The transformation so far has been massive. It's gone from old, rusty 1960s horse box to something that's actually starting to look like a coffee trailer. But now, we're on to some of the less glamorous parts of the build. Right, we have some wheels on. Here we go. We had massive problems trying to source these wheels because they are, where is it? Old tractor tyres, I think. They were 6x16 and they were like £250 each. So we managed to find via Facebook actually that these fit, and they are like van tyres, 185 75R 16C. We kept the inner tube in, so the inner tube's in. New inner tube actually, and they're wicked. They work and they look, well, I don't know if they look better, but they're definitely going to be uniform now. So we just need to take them off, sand them all down, and then replace them with new tyres like this, and then we're pretty much good to get onto the brakes. So that's our next thing. Welcome back to the coffee trailer build. Wow, we have come a long way. So today's vid, we're just changing the tyres over really and just doing some random bits that I didn't know where they belong. So here we are. So to get these off, I went to about 3 different garages and they wouldn't touch them. So I'm doing it myself. So after some looking around on YouTube, we figured out that we could use the jack to press it down and get a tyre off basically. So get as much air out as possible, and then we put it against the trailer itself. And then once you got that down, it sort of releases the tyre from the rim. So you get loads of washing up liquid, whack it down, bit of water, rub it around, and then that helps lubricate it. And then I just used a couple of different things to prise it off. I'm a pretty chill guy, and the amount of times I nearly lost it trying to get these off. With a few breaks, we got there in the end. And then once the tyre was off, I sanded down the rims as much as possible because they were covered, they were gross. The insides in particular were minging. So we used a few different things. We used angle grinder with different bits on it. We used a drill with different bits on it, and then I hand sanded some of it as well. Then I had a great idea: put the rim back on the axle and then spin it, and then sand it, and then it worked. It was a lot easier than doing it the other way. So here we are. Nikki's come to have a chat, and then we sand it down a little bit, and then it's time to paint it. Oh, that's a bit wobbly. I had some leftover underbody seal, so I'll whack that on because the inside of this rim had corroded, and so had the other one. So obviously water's getting in somehow. So let's seal it up and protect it before we put the new tyres back on. There we go, fresh coat. Welcome to Luke's tyre shop. How can I help? It actually feels like I have my tyre shop at this point. So, putting the tyres back on. So we've got fresh new tyres. Like I said, these are van tyres. So these fit these old 6x16, whatever they are, tractor tyre replacements. I had to do it myself, so I just treated it like a bike tyre. Put the tyre on, put the inner tube in, dish soap to lubricate it, and then prised it on. This went on quite easily. However, the other 3 were a nightmare, but with a bit of to and fro and try not to lose it again. We got them all on, and then we could pump them up just enough so everything is sort of safe and in there, nice and secure. And then we took them out to the car and we pumped them all up. And I have no idea what PSI they need to be because the tyres themselves, or bar pressure, the tyres don't actually say it. So at this point it is 100% a guess. I put it at, I think I'll put them at 35. Who knows? We'll see. And then it's time to paint. Nice toes. Right, cat's out of the way. It's time to get prepping for the painting of these rims. So we took out our favourite cereal boxes, cut them up, whacked around the edge, and then it was time to paint. Right, we've got some Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer, that's my primer, and then we're going to go on with 3 coats of the high coat, and then we've got some lacquer to put on at the end. So. So today we are using the high coat alloy wheel paint, and it comes in a set of 4 cans. So I'm assuming I empty out 1 can per wheel, but I don't think I'm going to need that much. And then you finish it off with some lacquer, and then it's done. So let's get that on. One coat. And it's looking pretty shiny, it's looking pretty covered, so I'll give it 2 more, and then we're going to whack them back on the trailer. Right then, time to get some bits on. So we painted the Yale lock black to match, it was that colour, to match all the little trim. This is for the back. This is going to go onto the back. Maybe we'll do this first because it's easiest to do. We're going to try sticks or whatever. See if it stays. It's just for decoration. Hasn't moved yet. Well, that one hasn't moved. Hasn't moved yet. It's good. Okay, so with those little bits on, it's time to move on to the lock. So this is our Yale lock, and with that on, we can finally shut the door. Pretty snaz. Oh, shuts. And then this is our front bit. Just going to open up our coffee trailer, maybe. There we go. That's pretty sick. Yeah. Excuse the mess. It's a bit dark. Let's open that. Watch this. There we go. Shut in. Not bad. A little kick at the bottom, but that's pretty flat. And then, oh, just need to go get something. There we go. Right, there's one job done. Like that. Next, let's see if these have fallen off. They're still good. And that's still good. Maybe it dropped a bit. Okay, that's right for now. Check it in a minute. Okay. Next we have. Can't see. This is so messy. Wow. Need them. Don't need them for now. Don't need you. I need you. Right. These are. Where are we? These are the latches for the hatches. Hey. So let's wedge this in and then we'll put them on. May work. I was hoping I'd get a helper for this, but nobody's about. So let's have a go with it. Not bad. So these, if you don't know what these are like animal locks, I think they're called. But they've got a spring so you can pull them and lock them in, which is a bit nicer than another bolt. So just lock it in. There you go. Let's see what it's like. That works. Kind of already you can get the gist of how it works. So be a pilot hole, unlock it, whack it up. There we go, there's a garden. The struts aren't strong enough, so I need to order some new ones because it doesn't, there you go, look already. Disappointing, doesn't go all the way, so they're not quite strong enough. So I need to get some more. Right, I'm gonna throw those on. Right, should have it. Last thing we need to do is put the jockey wheel on, so we can do that now. So when we got the trailer, the jockey wheel was missing, so I've had to fabricate this thing here, and hopefully it holds. I think I might have to do some extra welding just to make sure it's super strong, but this is the plan. And this is the best place to put it. If we put it where those holes are on the side, it interferes with the cable for the brakes, so it has to go where it is, and that's where the original one was as well. It was in the middle, but stupidly, I thought it was broken and I threw it away, but actually it was only missing like the mechanism that closes it, but it is what it is, and they're really hard to get hold of, so this will have to do. So, you may have noticed the problem, this. Won't tighten. It won't tighten, so we're going to get a 12mm bolt for M12, and that will fit in, and I can just tighten it up with a ratchet, one of these things. Yeah. Done. Need to get a stronger one. Done. And look at these. So something like that, and then one on the front. Look pretty good. It's getting there. So this is actually a door finger guard to stop your fingers getting caught, but it's perfect. I've riveted it and sealed it with the silicone twice because it leaked, and then this is a car door seal. It's about 15mm, so it's quite thick, and that just creates that extra barrier. So this thing is not going to leak, and that is it for today's video, guys. See you in the next one where we're going to install everything in the middle. It's the big one. See you soon.